different, be outstanding. I'm going to give you 3 examples of why I agree with this. 1 is school, 2nd is dance, because I'm sure everyone knows I'm a dancer. And 3rd, okay. The first one is school. I think that you have to, everyone isn't like different, everyone's the same because you're all going to school, you're all trying to get your education. And by being outstanding, you should try your hardest. It's how, like, when you're outstanding, you should be trying your hardest, going to office hours, to get help from teachers. And I think that's how one way you should be outstanding. And 2nd, with dance, I think that everyone is also the same because everyone's on stage, everyone's performing, and to be outstanding, you have to have confidence up there, show, like, pretend that you're the only person on stage and show that the audience that you're the best you can be, smile. Like with me when I dance, I just have to that's when, because I'm a quiet person, so when I'm up on stage, that's when all my expression comes out, and that's like when my aunt, for example, when my aunt saw me dance for the first time doing hip-hop, she was really, really surprised because she knows how quiet I am and shy. So when you're on stage, that's another reason why you should be outstanding. And 3rd example, with work, you should try your best because obviously you want to show your boss and that your coworkers that you're good at what you do. And so in conclusion, I agree with Wes when he says, if you want to stand out, don't be different, be outstanding.
All right, you did a couple of things really nicely. I thought you had a very good thesis statement, an excellent preview. The speech is very well organized. The transitions between the points are all solid. You kind of stick to that organizational pattern. You get back to the end of the speech, and you're reminding us of the point that you're trying to make. So on all the technical stuff about structure, you're doing a pretty good job. All right? Now, on some of the other things, there's a little bit of a problem. Some stuff doesn't get very well developed. I thought the first point, for instance, you had a couple of examples. You're going to, I said it before, I'm going to say it again, everybody gives a better speech in the car on the way home later, and you're going to think of some of those things that you've tried to do, for instance, to be better at school, or an example of a time that you went to see a teacher to get assistance or something like that, and you can tell the story and make it a little bit more interesting. You've got the right idea, it just needs to be filled in a little bit. The same thing with the other points. So all the structural stuff, the development stuff, that's pretty good. On delivery issues, in the very opening of the speech, your voice goes up and down and up and down, and it's very inconsistent about the volume. And I thought you were better in the rest of the speech, but in the opening, you really want to be in control, so you want to make sure that you're a little more careful about that. Your anxiety is all coming out in your feet. You've got this nervous movement that you're doing. I can't quite tell because you're on the other side of the desk if it's foot tapping or you're bouncing on your foot or you're shaking or something, but it just, your whole body just seems like you are uncomfortable there, and that's where all of that nervous anxiety is coming out. You got that big piece of paper in your hand that you're waving around that you don't need. Once you get it out of your hand, you put it on the side, then it becomes an attractive nuisance over there. I got to keep looking at that for information. You know, you've got 3 good ideas in your head. You know what you're talking about. There's not really a lot of detail on that. Just talk to us. And I think you'd be much better off. So you've got a lot of good things that you're doing, a couple of things that you have to watch out for. You know, there's always room for improvement, but you did a nice job, like I said, especially on the organizational issues. Thank you.